welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal, and today we are doing our mid-season driver rankings so far. Do a tier list like we do in the summer break every year, and yeah, it's been a very interesting season so far, hasn't it? So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with putting Alex Albon into the 2 out of 5 category. I think Albon's had a great season. Personally, I expect him to maybe be done over by Sainz a bit, especially when Sainz got settled, but in fact it's been the opposite. He's been really impressive so far. And yeah, for me, he's had a great season. For Antonelli, I'm debating putting him between 3 and 4. I think at the start, he was really solid. You know, we've had some highlights like Miami Sprint, his first drive in Australia, but since then it has gone on a downward curve. Maybe not too surprisingly for a rookie, but at the same time, I'd like to see him pick it up. Sainz, I've gone for 4. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this is just more from what I was expecting from Carlos Sainz, because yeah, I expected really quite a lot for him, but so far it's just been disappointing. It's been really underwhelming. Can't really think of one standout moment. I really expected more, but for his old Ferrari teammate Leclerc, one for me, I think he's been outstanding. You know, always gets the most out of Ferrari, so many podium finishes, maybe when the car hasn't been there, so yeah, credit to him. For me, he's been fantastic. Esteban Ocon goes in the 3 category for me. Yeah, really impressive season so far for Ocon. The sheer amount of points he's picked up from where Haas looked like they were going to be in that Australia, I think, you know, it's probably exceeded expectations. I think he's done a really good job. For Fernando Alonso, yeah, it was a slow start, no debating that, but since he got that first point on the board, wherever it was, he's kind of been a consistent points finisher and has really brought home a solid amount of points for Aston Martin. Gabriel Bortoleto, I'm going to put him in the same category as his manager, Fernando Alonso. It was a slow start, but he's been beating Nico Hülkenberg in qualifying, which is hugely impressive. And obviously got that result in Austria, which kind of backs up the work he's been doing so far. So I've been impressed with him. George Russell is another one that goes in the first category for me. A brilliant season for G-Russ. Yeah, he's got the maximum out of the car. For me, he deserves a long-term contract at Mercedes. It's just a shame Max Verstappen's around. Isaac Hadjar, for me, has been a surprise of the series so far. I wasn't expecting anything too impressive from him. Probably the rookie I was least hyped about saying, but wow, he's blown out of the water. He's been absolutely excellent. And probably in a Red Bull seat next year. Dylan and Colapinto, I'm going to put them together as in the bottom tier. I think, you know, both had very disappointing seasons, crash friendly, and yeah, just slow, miles off the pace. The car hasn't helped, but still. Norris, bit of debate whether to put this first or second. I do feel like there's sometimes that he's kind of missed out, but I think on the whole he's been very solid. He's obviously dealing with the pressure of having a title contending car. I think Norris has had a very, very decent season so far, so I'm going to put him in the top tier category. Lance Stroll goes in 4 for me. I think, you know, at the start he did have some decent results, but at the same time, when you compare his pace to Alonso, he's been outpaced pretty much all the way through. So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to put him a bit lower down in 4th. Moving on into Lewis Hamilton, and yeah, he goes in the 3 category for me. I think, you know, he obviously has had some highlights, but recently he's struggled quite a bit. It's probably not been the start we all wanted for Hamilton at Ferrari, but I think I do have confidence that he will get his best form back. He always was best in the second half of the season. But yeah, so far for Lewis Hamilton, it's been a disappointing season, and you know, it's probably down to getting used to Ferrari surroundings, etc., etc. Moving on into Liam Lawson, I'm going to say 4. I mean, obviously he had that awful start to the season, dropped by Racing Bulls after 2 races, which I still feel is unfair. But he's gone back to VCARB, and I think slowly but surely he's built his confidence back up. Still a bit off Hadjar, but it's definitely getting better. For Max Verstappen, he goes in the number 1 tier for me. You only have to compare what he's doing compared to what his teammates have done to get the job that he's doing. It's obviously a very tricky car to drive, but he has still had some memorable moments and taken it to places, yeah, where it probably doesn't deserve to belong, in all fairness. And, you know, that's why he's a multiple-time world champion. I've been hugely impressed with him. Hülkenberg goes in the 2nd tier for me. I mean, it's been a brilliant season from Hülkenberg. I think quite often his qualifying maybe hasn't been too brilliant. But suddenly he's a right out for the race. Silverstone is a perfect example from that. And at the end of the day, points are given on Sunday, and he's done an absolutely excellent job. So yeah, full credit to him. For Ollie Bearman, I'm going to go in the 4th category. I don't know, maybe I expect a bit more from Bearman. I think it is quite a frustrating case, because quite a lot of the time the pace is there, but he just can't deliver it. when it really matters, and that's kind of led to the loss of points, etc., etc. But I think more will come. Moving on then to Oscar Piastri, he goes in the one category for me. I really think Piastri's probably made a massive leap forward this year. He's now consistently competing with Norris, maybe at times quicker than Norris as well. I think he's definitely probably the smarter driver as well, and yeah, I've been hugely impressed with him. Gasly goes in the second tier, another driver I've been impressed with, and probably doesn't get the credit he deserves. Alpine bottom of the Constructors' Championship, but that car, yeah, especially in a straight line, it's an absolute dog, and that's really where he's been let down. So yeah, I think he's done well to pick up the points and obviously beat his teammates comfortably. And finally, Yuki Tsunoda, fifth tier. I mean, whether it's his fault or not, who knows, but at the end of the day, 10 points in that Red Bull is not great where you consider where Max Verstappen is, and you have to wonder now where it leaves his long-term F1 future. But he's just stuffing in the same fate as so many drivers, and that's my rankings. Based on what I've done, I moved Kimi Antonelli to fourth. Whether that's harsh or not, let me know. But yeah, they're my rankings. Seems pretty reasonable, and I'm intriguing to hear yours in the comments down below. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.